start the day and let your thoughts start going all over the place and you have something that you really want to get done, don't start your day until you get your thought in order. And it's only going to take one thought. I remember when I was moving to a new place, and you know, I thought about over the weekend there was this big fighting event, and I went to it, and I was at the Hard Rock Casino here in Hollywood, Florida. And I looked at the young fighters who were coming on board, and then I looked at the guys who were in charge of the events. The guys who were in charge of the events were years ago the guys who were on the fight cards or doing different positions on the fight card. So when I got there, on the weigh-ins, what was so interesting is we found out that the card was going to have a lot more notable people. You got guys like David Morrell, who just fought David Benavidez to possibly fight of the year kind of fight. And then Gervonta Davis's coach, Coach Calvin Ford, who's from the area that I actually build my fight programs up in Baltimore. So when I got in there, the guys who put the shows on, like my guy Lou, who owns Palm Beach Boxing. See, Lou and his team was there, but they were in charge of the matchmaking. And what's so important about knowing exactly how the progression of time happens is when you start your Monday off and you don't know what you're going to do because the brain has 60,000 thoughts and they don't have a specific order, then you have to have a little something in place, right? So as I watched those guys, one thing that they all had in common, they all concentrate on the one task at hand. And that's a term that we call compensatory control. And you can look it up. And I know when you get up, you start being anxious and you want to do everything. But shit, man, you can't do everything. All them thoughts are just jumble in your head, right? You ever got focused on doing something and then another great idea popped in your head? The minute you try to start that, the other great idea pops in your head and you just keep bouncing around. That is what you call the sympathetic nervous system going nuts. You know, you see, it's not like you have ADD. Your nervous system is just fucking fried, and you got to get in control over that. And so in order for you to go from one progressive stage of life, like I was speaking to the owners of Palm Beach Boxing and the individuals who were taking part hosting the program over the weekend, which was great. But the one thing they had in common is they were known for one thing, so they focused on one thing, and then they were progressively going up that ladder. Now, a lot of times, we don't want to do the one thing because we feel like we're going to get boxed in, but you're not going to get boxed in. The only thing that's going to happen is people will know you for what you do great, and then once you get that notoriety and it pays you, then you will go up to the next thing that was in your head. We call that a vision board and a progressive ladder. So don't overcompensate thinking about you not being able to accomplish all the things. It's just in an order. And just like that progressive ladder over the fight weekend, you can see people who are just a couple of years ago doing something totally different. They're not trying to do everything at one time. For this is for the individual, the entrepreneur who's trying to do all the things at one time. Because see, when I started doing that, people didn't know what I actually did. But our only focus is to put you into a progressive ladder of what you want to do today and then take that vision to the next level. So what we do is I'm an architect and I paint visions, big visions, skyscrapers. And so we'll start with the little door. And then that's how you get there. You don't try to do the whole building at one time. You start with the pieces. And when you start with the pieces, you're going to be much better. Your week will start off much smoother. And then you'll know exactly who you're connecting with, who you serve, the people that are actually, like we say, your vibe attracts your tribe. You don't try to be everything for everybody, because if you're talking to everybody, you ain't talking to nobody. My focus is talking to entrepreneurial minded people who in that world of success and understanding the value of investing in who they are. And time investment is number one. So compensatory control. Anytime I start waking up scattered, look at that. Week 1. And on the next page, day 1. Concentrate on one thing and make sure this is my textbook. And this is about how to teach boxing and get it into your nervous system. And that's how the hell I do it. That's how I got known. That's how I got 50,000+ right here, 300,000 on IG, 700,000 on Facebook. I'm over 1 million people because I kept one thing relevant. If you're in boxing, I'm gonna show you the step ladder. So that's my advice to you. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to serve everybody. Get your brain very, very focused on the thing that you do best and do that thing like never before. Pour all of your energy into it. And that's what's going to change how you are perceived on earth. But right now, I cut back on that scrolling, and then I dive on board and try to find your basic day 1 thing. Day 1, focus on that one task at hand. That's it, man. That's my piece to you this morning. Let me know where you're watching this from. And if you've had a multitude of thoughts, try to crowd your damn brain when you was just really getting focused on something. How many people dealt with that? What's up, chat? Holla at your man. What's good? Coach Bradley, and I'm here in Palm Beach. And I'm about to kick it back and start talking to some of the coaches of the day who are trying to serve that boxing up. So if you're trying to serve that boxing up, this is where you definitely come hang. If you're trying to educate yourself, I don't give a damn what you do. If you're trying to learn boxing, I don't give a shit if you're a coach and you've been doing it for a long time or what. There's a way that it's done at the highest level, and it's following the textbook. And so be conscious of that and keep that compensatory control, that one thought every day in your brain, and you're going to be all right. Let me know what city and state you're watching from. Drop it down in the comment boxes. If you don't, make sure you hit that subscribe and the notification bell for the videos that we're dropping this week on learning how to develop a better offense out of your Philly shell and footwork. That's dropping starting this afternoon. So make sure you hit the notification bell on the subscriber portal. Be blessed.